We're doing some pre-season tripod moves. Just one. Joy wanted to sit in a spot on a field edge where we saw a nice buck the other day. So this is the plan. We're going to tuck this into that pine tree. And the deer, the state land is down here. They usually will, sometimes they'll come up through, there's a really thick spot there, they'll come up through that and then they'll run along maybe these pines to make it into these other hardwoods over here. Joy and I were sitting in a ground blind over here, and this is where the buck and the doe came across and tried to cut through this trail over here. That's the blind that we were in. And they worked their way through these pines over here too. So this is like a 30-yard shot there, but she'll have up to an 80 to 100-yard shot to the woods. And she'll be able to see to the field over here and this whole area here too. So, but it's, as you can see, it's sitting on a hill, so it's kind of angled, and we're going to try to throw a bolt in this, lift that side up and put a bolt through that pedestal. So we're getting ready to adjust one other stand. We're going to turn it a different direction. And Dad took his crossbow up, and there's some turkeys just going bonkers up there. He called me, "Is turkey season open?" I said, "I'm pretty sure it's the last, like the 15th to the 30th or something like that of October. It was the 16th to the 29th. Good. I hope they're around in the spring. They're still just cruising around. You just got it. Yeah, it's October 16th to the 29th. Alrighty, we're at deer camp 2021. Everybody's eating pizza and tacos. This is a new night before opening day food choices. So we've got beds. We got a creepy baby doll over there.
Yeah, we don't have to sleep on the floor, there's sure.
And we got a new set of stairs going up. You can't see it because it's dark over here. Oh, there it is. New set of stairs. And
You're gonna see them cedar, like log.
we're prepping for the morning. Hey Tegan. Say hi to YouTube.
I know. You love your baby, don't ya? What's her name again? Abigail Kiki. Ooh,
Hey babe.
is that a girl name?
Real. What are we shooting tomorrow? Big buck. Oh, Joy's got bullwinkle.
Oh, my boat to do.
No, it's all right. Bullwinkle is good. looking good there. And don't dump it. Exactly. I was trying to sleep last night and you guys would not stop talking.
What? You were like sleeping next to a freight train, jerky.
Huh?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
I've got recording of whoever it was last night. It was dueling snoring last night.
Downstairs?
No, it was upstairs.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was you or Tegan, but it
I
was
brought these earplugs for a
good
reason.
thinking, man. Why didn't you share?
I wish I had
I
some.
have them in my pocket.
I brought these earplugs for a reason.
And then I got up at 4 and went pee and came in and put some wood in the stove. Dad's like, "You're cold." I'm like, "No, I'm just tending the fire." I get upstairs and I'm laying down and it's like 10 or 15 minutes later. Mom's like, "Who's that Jay putting wood in the stove?" I'm like,
No, Jason, you weren't snoring.
I was snoring?
No.
What was I doing?
I don't know what it was.
It was probably you.
You were like
stopping.
heavy breathing,
Yeah.
like phlegmy, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joy says I'm probably gonna die in my sleep.
I'm like, dude,
Why?
man, are you okay over
He needs to have one of those
She
machines.
says I need one of those CPAPs or whatever they're
there?
called.
Like sleep
Probably
apnea?
Yeah, she says I stopped breathing a bunch of times
That's
at
what I
night.
thought. I go, man, all of a sudden you got real quiet.
Yep.
And I go, man, are you okay? I'm gonna poke you for me. See if you were still breathing.
I probably need to get that looked at. That's probably why I'm
No,
tired all the
that's
time.
Didn't you
Yeah,
get
it
it
wasn't
checked
like
out once?
snoring. It was just real,
Uncle Rick wears a
like
mask
almost
every
like
night.
congested breathing. And I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, you don't even smoke, man. You sound like a 20-year smoker. Seriously.
Yeah. All right, where's the eggs? And I don't know how I became Cookie.
What time is it?
Bacon's in the cooler too.
It is 5:52.
Yeah, 5:52. Everybody's wanting to get going at 6 or 6:20, and we got 25 minutes.
Yeah, I've been up for an hour.
Huh?
Huh?
Yeah. Second shift hunters. Is it getting light out? I went to the bathroom at 4 o'clock. I could have shot a deer then. It was
You guys
the
know
moon
it's
is
a
so
full
bright.
moon last night. Lucky things happen around the full moon.
I don't know about lucky things. Deer move. Did you see any deer
Nope,
movement?
not one.
No, but last night we were passing Grace Miller's house and there was like 10 deer out in the front yard.
That's the only place we saw them last night.
I was like, wow,
No deer
see all
anywhere.
those things.
Yeah, they got noticed. They're all on sighting in zones.
Yeah, everybody's sighting in, and the deer are like, "Uh-oh, the war has begun.
Hi. Hi, you guys.
The enemy is approaching." I'm fine with cooking, but I need some help.
I think Percy's gonna help you.
Toast,
You got a
drinks.
generator.
All right, let me, if I can wrap myself from.
Eggs will be cold by the time the toast is ready. Bacon, venison, eggs, toast. Banging on pans, orange juice, coffee,
Donut.
and Lane's Cider Mill apple cider donuts. And Pepsi for breakfast of champions.
That's cherry Pepsi too. That's like winning stuff.
Lord, thank you for this morning, and thank you for this food, and thank you for opening day of deer season. I pray for safety for everyone in the woods, and I pray that you give us all an opportunity. Let us see something, some of your beautiful white-tailed deer come by. And if we get a chance to take a shot, pray that it'll be true and the deer won't suffer long. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All right.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, and keep us toasty, because we're gonna be frozen.
I'll get you some tea, just
Thank you.
just the front ones, how's that? Spanish butter.
Toast.
That's it for toast.
Toasted strudel.
Tegan, what the heck is that guy? You gotta deal with that all the time, don't you?
You like roasted strudel?
You gonna go back to bed, Tegan, after we go to the woods?
Oh, I was gonna say,
Is that the
are
hard
you going
one?
back to bed?
Is
Yeah.
this the hard one?
I'm right and wait.
I'm not much for thinking.
Hey,
Oh, I don't do
why,
it often, but I had an idea. Yeah, who is it? To put that dirty water right in his coffin. Yeah.
All right, go get him. Hey, try to walk quiet. Got ourselves a problem, Brielle. Look at our windows. They're all frozen. Can't see a dang thing. It's too loud. Is it locked? Oh, that's loud. Not cool. So, what have you done? Visual. Alright, babe. We're not gonna have much view. Or heat. We got the defrost on. You think it's gonna break the window? If it's got too hot, it could with a flash of hot with cold. Or defrost in the window. Yeah, buddy. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Hunter Gatherer channel. And I'm trying to be a little quiet. Welcome to opening day of New York gun season. It is November 20th. It's 27 degrees out, and our windows were all frozen this morning. We had to pour water on them and scrape them with a credit card and put the heater underneath. But Briella's here. I missed last year. She shot her first deer ever, and the camera was up here, but it wasn't rolling. So we're going to try to get her first buck because she doesn't have a doe tag this year, and so it's buck only. So we've got the heater running, and she is still saying she's chilly, but it is pretty toasty in here. And it's going to be a whole lot of sitting in a blind and waiting for the bucks to show up if they do. We have 5 hunters up here, but only 4 positions because there's 2 hunters in this stand. Joy is down below, my dad is up above, and my brother-in-law's in the middle, kind of. We probably have about 10 good spots that we're not covering, and but we're covering 4 pretty good spots. So if we have any luck, then we will let you know. You'll be the first ones to know. But until then, we've prayed for our food, and we've prayed for the hunt, and we've prayed for our safety and everybody else's safety out there. If you're out there, hopefully you're being safe and having a good time. And we've heard some shots already. So congratulations to those people. Hopefully they were good shots. One was a single, and then there was one that was about 4. So the percentages drop the more shots you take, that it was a hit. But maybe the 4th shot got him. Brielle's got a single shot, but we got to be ready to reload because last year she got it on the 2nd after the reload. It's 10 o'clock and Brielle's asleep on the floor still. She's been up and back to sleep a couple of times. Just had my first animal sighting. This sitting in a blind in a shooting shack. Not a big fan of it. You feel kind of funny because you're warm and everybody else is cold. And I'm used to being able to hear, maybe be able to move if I need to. We finally saw something. Just had a turkey come by in the thicket next to me. That's the only movement we've seen since we've been in the woods, or in the blind, out on opening day. Hopefully somebody has some action here. Got 110 acres here. We have 4 people sitting in the front, like 30 acres. So it'd be good to get somebody on the backside of the gully maybe, or down in by the state land. We haven't heard anybody shooting down below us. I don't even know if anybody's hunting down there. It's starting to warm up. Everything is melting and Sleeping Beauty's awake now. We just got maybe a little bit of ice left on our window, but other than that, we're doing pretty good. The roof's dripping off. It's just about 30, 32, 33 degrees outside. So, but the heater is melting everything off the roof and warming up the walls, and that's done wonders on the windows. So we're just hanging out, just waiting to see, a little bit of sunlight, and you're just waiting to see that white antler just kind of catch a little bit of a glow. You see that little bit of white going through the brush, and you're like, oh, it's all we need. Get us fired up. Glad Brielle woke up. Maybe it's just about time. It's almost 12 o'clock and it's time for lunch. So that's where we're gonna head. Need Brielle to take the lead just in case something comes. The wind is blowing right across like this. So it's really not the greatest for us to come back this way. Well, on our way up there, we could be kicking something out of this area, but we saw 0 deer. Joy had a spike underneath her. And my buddy Jeremy shot his first buck ever this morning. He wasn't gonna go out. Good job, buddy. Congratulations. That's pretty awesome. Just so happened to be in a ground blind that I helped him build. I asked him if I get the assist for it, and he said haha or LOL. He didn't say, yeah, thanks for, building that ground blind for me. See that deer trail right there? Coming right through. He didn't say that. I'm gonna make him say it at some point, though. We're gonna go grab lunch and do a little planning phase, and then get back out after it. Brielle, do you have any idea where you're gonna hunt after lunch? Number 11 with the heater. This is deer season tradition. We've got, well, I don't know if this is tradition, homemade bread that Joy made. Then we've got chili here in the...
It's not in there.
It's not in there. It's just a steamy hot nothingness.
On the stove.
Wow.
Thanks. Yeah, we moved it from there. Didn't get
I thought, man, I got here late. It's gone. Chili in the pot.
sugar.
We've got cheese over there and some Fritos maybe, and
I do. Do I have any? I don't even know if I'll sprinkle some sugar
Oh.
off my donut for you.
some donuts if you need it. And we've got a Harper. Hey, babe.
I'm trying to think if I have any.
You got donuts on your lips?
Oh, I think I have packages in that one container.
All right.
Whose is
It's
this?
lunchtime. And we got the party
Over there?
crew over here. Right.
Oh, never mind. There's some extra food.
We gave the deer a longer break It's like 1:30. It's time to go. We've got
It's long enough break for you bucks.
somebody sleeping.
Have their last meal.
Everybody else is ready to go. Scoob's bundled up like the abominable. Joy's ready to go murder him. She's got all bundled up, and now she's going to number 11 to warm in the heater.
I got layers. I can
You
take
better.
it off.
You're gonna have to take it all off.
I will give you
It's gonna be hot in there.
That's okay.
All right, Brielle.
Booties.
Your mom waking you up, or is she shooting the buck because you're asleep?
I'm not sleeping this.
Oh, okay.
Grab me
All right,
water.
let's go.
Yeah.
After lunch, Joy went with Brielle to number 11, and I decided I would go on a little bit of a still hunt down behind backside of the gully, and also work my way down through the state land slowly across, headed towards my brother-in-law, and then cut up in to hopefully see something where people hadn't been. We hadn't heard a lot of shots down below at all morning. So I figured that there wasn't anybody really hunting down there. When I got to the back side of the gully, I was just about to start on the actual hunt. The wind was blowing the way I wanted it to. I had good wind direction. And I was going to walk into the wind the whole way across the bottom of the state land. And right when I got down there, just about to start my hike down, and a deer ran in front of me. And I was wondering why it was running like it was. It just didn't seem right, like it was spooked. It was running pretty good, and I hadn't made that much noise or anything. You just come up through this trail. And then I walked in the direction that it had come from, and I saw where it had run up through this little gully. And right then, as I was looking down in, that's when I heard it. Here they go. I better get in place. I didn't know they were doing it, but here comes the deer drive. The same guys from last year. It's gotta be. I don't know if they're from New York or Pennsylvania. New York's season opens a week before Pennsylvania's. A lot of guys from Pennsylvania come up to New York and hunt our area, and then they go down and hunt theirs the following week. Let's get ahead of these boys. Carefully, right? I think New York guys probably hunt down there too. Anyway, these guys are hooting and hollering, and I know exactly what they're doing. They're going across the whole bottom of the state, just like I was going to, but I was going to go quietly and take my time and try to still hunt, and they're just going to blast through and yell and scream and push the whole woods. When you know it, 2 opening days in a row. Afternoon, and here they come. And so I decided it was time for me to move as fast as I could to maybe get ahead of them, and maybe they would push something to me. So I pretty much jogged out of the woods and all the way down our road to cut down in to what we call the sanctuary at the very end. And that's where I was sitting last year when they did the same exact thing. And I had a big soapbox rant last year about it, because it just frustrates me. And I get it, it's state land, do what you want, but there's a lot of guys that wait all year to finally get into a piece of state land, and on opening day, you hope that you can sit there, maybe people kick them around on their way in and out, and you get some deer movement. But for a group of 10 or 15 guys to come through and just blast through public land while you're sitting there quietly anticipating deer to come through naturally, and they just blast through. And these guys didn't just push this state land. I heard them the rest of the day. I heard them in 6 different locations at least, of spots that I know or have hunted, where they just pushed a 60, 100, acre plot, and then onto the next, onto the next, onto the next, and it was them because it's the same. Yep, hey, yep, oh, the same guys, and half hour or 20 minutes after they pushed out of that spot, you hear them hollering again down the way, and then they get done there, and you don't hear them for a little while. 20 minutes later, you hear them hollering in another little piece. So if that's the way you guys hunt, then whatever, that's your prerogative. But man, opening day, how about the second weekend, or something like that? And that's why I feel like it's not guys from New York, because these guys are here just for the weekend, and they are going to hunt it, and then they're not going to hunt there again. So it doesn't bother them that they're riling up the woods and locking these deer down as quickly as that stuff does. I think the guy has a flak jacket on. He has a black vest on. So frustrating. Joy is in number 11 with Brielle with a heater on. So I took the tripod. Looks pretty good. Got it tucked into this pine tree. And she had that spike standing right down there this morning, and she showed great restraint. She said, man, I was going to shoot him a couple of different times, and then she said she just sat back and watched him, and he walked on away. Those guys pushed all the state land behind me all the way across. So we're up on the top side above that, and that spike walked from down this way up in. And so I'm figuring that the other day we saw a doe and buck go up in there and some other stuff, and so I'm figuring towards the evening maybe they'll walk back down out. And I'm not dressed for this location. I'm dressed for the other location. I wish I would have had my heavier jacket with a hood, because my neck is getting cold. It's 3:30. Got about 2 hours before dark. Looks like somebody's deciding to go hunting.
saw. Oh, we saw 2 turkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just passed right by. How do you get it? Oh, God.
Well,
They came right underneath the number 11 and right down the hedgerow.
2 hens.
And then cut over on that
At
path
first, I thought they were
where
pheasants.
her doe came in last year. That same doe went on that same path today.
Yeah.
But it looks like there's another path up,
There's one
like with
way
the
down.
apple tree.
One way down at the
And
bottom.
Dan,
That's
when
Yeah.
we were walking, when we were walking up before lunch, did you see tracks down there? Like on the
on
path?
the road.
deer tracks?
Yeah.
I don't know if I did.
Yeah,
It
Well, on
looked
the way
like there
down, it
was
looked
a-
like somebody had been, like one of them had been running right down through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there were leaves kicked up.
that kind of messes it up for them to go through and do all that pushing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
frustrating.
It's one of those. It's one of those. We don't care about anybody else. We just want to hunt
Yeah,
and hunt as many pieces as we can and shoot everything.
right.
All right, that's it for opening day. We did all right. We stayed somewhat warm and we stayed safe.
Yep.
But no shots fired. If we had a doe tag, somebody may have filled one, and didn't see any antlers. So that's it. Hopefully everybody stayed safe and hopefully enjoyed us trying to get a deer. We love you. God loves you. And we'll see you on the next one. See you later, guys. Say bye.